Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your boy Evan King, that guy. Consider subscribing, following, all that funny shit. This episode we're gonna talk about Bill Burr. How you know the N-word is coming. Personally, I've never quite heard of Bill Burr, if I'm being completely honest. He's a comedian. I know he's funny, and I had a friend recommend him, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna check this guy out. So I saw the content looked very popular, so we're gonna get right into it. Let's laugh together, shall we? Let's see what it's all about.
It's nice to be back here down in the South, man. I had a real weird experience last time I came down here. I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. Oh, yeah, it's not going to be pronounced with the A. It's going to be with the R. And he hit the R. He, like, stuck the landing. There was, like, a dismount. Klan members high-fiving in the background, like, doing the wave. Just out of nowhere. So now, immediately, I'm looking over my shoulder like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for, like, this hail of black fists to come raining down on top of me. I hate when people do stuff like that. That dude made me part of, like, a potential ass-kicking that I had nothing to do with. You don't do shit like that. He just had that word, hot potato, just threw it in my lap. Trying to pass it down to the next white dude.
That was a good one.
I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right?
Yo.
I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia. Don't just dive into it. That dude was one of the angriest people I ever met. I should have known that word was coming, because he was just watching Terrell, right? Anytime I would bring up, look at man, that guy's talking trash, he would just like flip out. He won't shut up! You know, those people get like so mad they're not even looking at you. Their eyes are up. You just shut up and play the game. You know what's funny? I don't even like Terrell, but now I love the guy. Because every time I see him talking trash, I know this idiot in Nashville is just losing his mind, like kicking over his kitchen TV. Shut the fuck up!
Got some black folks in the crowd.
I am. Not like when it happens to me or if I see it live. I like watching it on TV, you know? Watching people, you know, get attacked by animals. Just get blasted in the face or something, you know?
Pause.
Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You know my favorite, like, moment of, like, the last year was in sports? That Detroit Piston, Indiana Pacer bench clearing brawl. Wasn't that great? That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was so confused when I watched ESPN that day. They were like, that was absolutely disgraceful. Basketball fans, they just must be. I'm sitting there looking like, I'm a basketball fan. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching out-of-shape civilians get the shit kicked out of them by professional athletes. It was fascinating. And I think as sports fans, we kind of had it coming, right? Because how many times you gone to a game, right? You got a little too drunk. You started screaming at some dude on the field who could clearly kick the shit out of you, right?
That's every
you saw him
game.
in the parking lot, you'd be like, hey, can you sign my stamp collection? I think you're awesome. You get in the game, you're all drunk. You're like, you suck, buddy. You're a piece of shit. And they're always calling him up. Come on up here. No, come on up here. Well, they came up there. They did, and they kicked the shit out of everybody. It was great. It was like a cartoon. You're like beating up whole rows of people at once, like.
I remember that Malice in the Palace.
I love how Ron Artest punched the wrong guy. Wasn't that great? He taught that dude a valuable lesson in life. When shit goes down, you don't just stand there like you're watching a movie like, wow, it's coming right at me. It must be in 3D or something. That was a 5'6" 110-pound white dude, had an angry 6'10" black dude running right at him. That had to have been in his top 3 nightmares all time. Right behind getting his dick cut off and being lit on fire.
Yo.
And he just stood there.
Oh.
He's like trying to explain himself. Well, I still have the liquid in my cup, so there's no way I could have.
Yo, I'm weak. Yo, I'm weak. Nah. That was funny as hell. Yo, anybody that remembers the Malice in the Palace back in the day when Ron Artest went into the stands because like a fan had thrown a drink on him, he was charging at someone. And I ain't gonna front, at that time, the person he punched, I thought was the guy that threw it. Until you see the replay, and it was like the guy to the side of him. So Ron Artest just ran into the crowd. I think Ron is about 6'7" at that time, probably 225, 6'7", 225, charging at you, and the guy was just standing there until he got mauled. Yo, Bill Burr is hilarious. That was a funny skit. Definitely enjoyed that. This one is gonna be a short one. We're gonna drop another one in a couple, but nah, that was hilarious. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as I continue to grow and be consistent. It's your boy Evan King. Till we meet again.